All right, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Today is a good day for New Haven. Today we are swearing in Karl Jacobson as the next New Haven Chief of Police. No big deal, right? No big deal. Just the next Chief of Police. I just want to recognize I saw some alders here. Alder Punza was here. Alder DeCola. I think I saw Alder Antunes. Any other alders? Going once. Also wanted to thank the entire Board of Alders for approving Assistant Chief Jacobson, soon-to-be Chief Jacobson, for this position last night. And I wanted to take a moment to thank Chief Dominguez for overseeing the department for many, many months. Appreciate her work here. I think there's a lot of happy people here today. One of the happiest people is current Acting Chief Regina Rush Kittle. This moment couldn't come too soon. She's going to be acting for another 5 minutes, I think. So hopefully nothing crazy happens in the next 5 minutes. But Acting Chief Rush Kittle, I think, was quite surprised when I asked her would she fill in this role. And I think a lot of members of the police department were probably a little bit surprised as well. And there was maybe even some apprehension. But you have shown over the past, what's it been, a month and a half, a steady hand. You have shown commitment to the department, and it's been quite a challenging time this last month and a half. We're grateful that you have stepped up to this responsibility. Thank you for everything that you have done for the New Haven Police Department. Can we give her a round of applause? I also want to thank New Haven residents. We, as you know, did a lengthy community input process, and I wanted to thank the members of the New Haven Police Department. The overall confirmation process has been challenging. You have shown that despite a lot of the challenges that we have faced, a commitment to the job. I have seen firsthand many, many times your dedication to our city and professionalism, and we're grateful to you all. So Assistant Chief Jacobson has served the city of New Haven with distinction for 15 years, and I'm confident, very confident, that he is the right person to lead the police department at this time. And I've become even more confident over this last week and a half. He is someone that has a steady hand. He has a thoughtful mind, and he has an open heart. And his countless opportunities to connect with the community, to commiserate when people face challenges, to show that at every moment he is ready to show up at the scene, respond to a call, engage with people, even though these conversations can be very difficult and challenging, is something that I think represents the values that we all believe our police department and our city should hold and does hold. We share a similar vision for public safety, one that centers on community-based policing, one of deep respect and partnership with the community, and a holistic approach to public safety. As many of you know, our approach to public safety isn't just about policing, although policing is a very important component of it, but it is about many other strategies to ensure that we are providing the kind of support we need for our community. We have a lot more work to do, and I think the events over the last week and a half have underscored that. We're dedicated to doing that, and I'm grateful that you're willing to step up for this job. I asked him this morning, I said, it's too late to back out now, and he said he's ready to go 100%. So with that, I'm going to ask his daughter Kelly, who has joined us today, to pin your father. ready to take the oath?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please repeat after me. I, Karl Jacobson,
I, Karl Jacobson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
perform the duties of Chief of Police
perform the duties of Chief of Police
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and according to law,
and according to law,
and that I will at all times
and that I will at all times
strive to use
the
power entrusted to me
power entrusted to me
as such officer
as such officer
for the best interest of the city.
for the best interests of the city.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Did it just get really hot in here, or did I just get sworn in as the Chief of Police? Good morning, and thank you all for being here. I'd like to first thank God. Without him, none of this is possible. To the Mayor and the Board of Alders, thank you for the opportunity to lead this great department, and thank you for your trust, Mayor. I appreciate it. To my kids, I love you guys, and let today be a reminder that anything is possible. Kelly has been my idol as she recovers from leg surgery to go into her fall season of University of New Haven, and she hasn't given up. And during this process, we together worked hard to get through both of our challenges. I'd like to thank Chief Dominguez for her time here. I learned a lot from her, and I respect her and love her, and we hope the best for her. And I'd like to thank my new partner, Acting Chief Regina Rush-Kittle. Still gonna be my boss, thank God. I appreciate you so much. The officers appreciate you so much. You were out on the street with me more than I could have ever thought. We got into little foot pursuits, we saw a lot, and we did a lot together, and thank you. And finally, to the residents of this city, as your chief, you have my word that I will do all I can to support you. We are at a difficult time for the city, and I want to express my thanks. We're at a difficult time, and I want to express my thanks to the great officers of the NHPD who continue to work to protect health, safety, and welfare of the city residents, no matter what is going on. Every day, no matter what happens, the shift goes out to protect the residents of this city. If you asked me 15 years ago if I thought I'd be chief, I would have laughed and quickly said no. When I started this journey of public safety, I had one goal in mind, and that was to make others feel safe. Over the years of my career, I have witnessed how police practices have changed. We went from making arrests to understanding that we cannot arrest our way out of crime. As chief, it is my responsibility to ensure that this department remains transparent and accountable and works for the community. In police work, we must confront change. Our fundamental responsibilities remain the same. I expect the NHPD to be organized and focused on accomplishing that basic mission. Our measures of success will not be the number of arrests we make or the number of traffic citations we issue, but rather our interactions with the community and the reduction of crime, fear, and disorder in New Haven. To accomplish our mission, we will embrace a community-based, problem-oriented, data-driven police strategy that emphasizes beat integrity, geographic accountability, the use of problem-solving techniques, and a reliance on data to identify threats, to measure results of our interventions, because results are important, and to hold ourselves accountable to each other and to our community. To the command staff and supervisory officers of the police department, I commit myself to empowering you and developing your potential as leaders. I believe firmly that the police department does not exist to avoid mistakes. It exists to accomplish something important, and that is the reduction in crime and foster a positive relationship with the community we serve. To the officers of the NHPD, I commit myself to do all I can to see that you are properly trained, equipped, supervised, and supported. And I believe in you. As your chief, I believe in you. I recognize that police work is hard and that it can be emotionally debilitating. I know about the frustrations of work and the constant risk and demoralizing cynicism. But I also know that our work has meaning. If anyone lives a purpose-driven life, it is a police officer. I pledge to you that we will create an environment where you feel like you matter. What I expect in return from you is integrity, courage, competence, commitment, compassion, restraint, and respect for your department, yourself, each other, and especially for the community you serve. I expect you to be leaders. You are responsible for the morale and the reputation of this department just as much as I am. To the community, I promise an open, accountable, accessible police department responsive to your concerns. It is my hope that someday support for the department will be uniformly strong across every neighborhood in every sector of our society and city. I want all parts of the New Haven community to feel safe when the police arrive. That is our goal. This department and its communities have a history, and that history has not always been positive. We will work to learn from that history and not be held hostage by that history. We will work to earn your trust, reducing crime, fear, and disorder in your neighborhood while treating you with dignity and respect will be our down payment on earning that trust. What I expect in return from every neighborhood in New Haven is to understand that public safety is not a spectator sport. Safe neighborhoods are the result of people and their police working together to create communities capable of sustaining civic life. It takes us all to be safe, and we're going to ask you to help us. We will have a mutual obligation to do our parts, but we will go first as a police department and reach out our hands to the community. Challenges lay before us, but I have total confidence in this community and the New Haven Police Department. Together, we will achieve great things. Change is coming. It's coming fast. It's inevitable, and we are in it together. Let's go to work.
So if the media have questions, we're just going to take them offline. So you're welcome to ask questions over here if you would like. I'll be the one of us. But thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate it.